Hello everyone, how good of you to join and welcome back. Hope you're having a fine day, and yeah, of course I'm having a fine day. I'm in a good mood today because we can play Anno and we're just watching the trains go through bye-bye into the central station and off they go again, producing lots of travelers going through the city, and we can just imagine that people are really happy about this in general, getting to places much quicker because, let's face it, a bicycle or a car is not always doing it. Alright, we do have another problem coming up immediately, and that is Theodora. She insists the Skyline Tower stability needs to be checked. Alright, Theodora, or Miss Jenny I should say. This Skyline Tower here is really... it's getting on my nerves. Talk with Miss Jenny in private. The Skyline Tower is making history. The heights of Mr. Bader envisions have never been reached before. But such a construction is unprecedented. I fear the structure isn't strong enough to support its own weight. I strongly advise conducting a survey. Alright, let's pay 10,000 coins, and construction is paused for 2 minutes. We can survive this, I guess. By the way, we should consider with, or we should continue with a few more skyscrapers to tier 5. That was a lot. Once more, I think that was actually quite a lot. And how many do we have now? That's my tier 5 ones. And we can still go ahead with a few more, right? Yes, we can still do a few more. That I would like to do probably over here then, right? So we do have a bunch of them. Because if you believe, or if you think that's enough here, then you're severely mistaken. I have to tell you, I'm sorry. And we need to groom us a few more tier 5 skyscrapers here in the inner city. Let's also go ahead and have those guys here upgraded. And yeah, the cool thing is you can, if they have the resources met, can be upgraded immediately. Now there's the store missing though for this whole area. 2 more minutes we need to wait on the Skyline Tower as we have the construction interrupted. And then I have another quest here, the floating city. Archie, has someone lost the sketchbook of esteemed naval architect Rohit Bhargava, who had been ready to present plans for a colossal ship to the Queen. All is not lost. We need, what? A few photographs of the World Fair will inspire him. Alright. Let's take a photo of our cozy building that we have, and this is the quest. Thank you for the money, much appreciated, Archie. And now bugger off. We have oil tankers. The cool thing is, one of them, Samson, that we built here, is a good boost right away. Has an item on board, Captain Francis Drake, and movement speed is increased by 10% as well. We have created that trade route here for the oil for Sohom. No one is on it yet, and Sohom is probably already flooding with oil. So let's go ahead and assign 2 oil tankers to that right away. And by the way, since it's the oil, we can make that it waits for goods to start, right? Because it's not going to congest anything else. And let's get this one to global. This one is Trelawney. It's getting a bit messy here again, so we definitely need to clean it. This one is global. This one is also Trelawney, and this one is also Trelawney. There you go. Both ships are on the way. We're still starving for oil, right? Yes, we are. Even though there were just 400 liters of oil coming in, it's still crazily not enough. And in Sohom, if I quickly want to check it out, I should also have received some bricks. There it is, because... oh, by the way, Sohom seems to be doomed constantly. People are not washing themselves here, I think, causing sicknesses. But we have enough hospitals. We have a lot of fire stations. We have 2 hospitals, 3 hospitals, 4 hospitals in Sohom. There should be no reason why they do it like that. There it is, 750. Let's upgrade it 2 more times to get the maximum oil reserves out of it. And this should be enough. This is a whole new production of 15 oil fields ready to be delivered to Crown Falls. Boosting it is fine. We're still having a good stability then. In order to reinforce my stability, let's get us some clubs over there. Some torturers. And also here. So no one dares to riot against me. They wouldn't dare to do this. and also here.
That
That will be fun. Alrighty, so that's that. I might actually, since it's a really high production, to Sohom, I might actually... Where's my Sohom? It needs to be in global. For the oil, and there we have it. Let's just assign resurrection to this one too. And with that, we got now all the oil transported. Demings is also full, by the way. We should do a bit more about that. So let's go ahead and also build us 2 more oil tankers we can use. Not the huge collier, the oil tanker, there you go. 2 more of them coming out. Now, I've heard your criticism. I've heard it. Please stop with it. Let's go to the old world. Go to my fleet. And we've lost a lot of ships in the great battle against the old hag. And of course, I should rename them to get them back to their former glory, right? To you, to my most honorable supporters. And of course, that I would like to do. So Nin, PC Italian, Maréchal also, of course. We got over here Manes, thank you for your support. And we got Gwen, thank you for that. And of course, we should really honor you. We have Rix over there, and we have Logan. This is really my supporter fleet. And I'm already having sleepless nights. What happens if I lose them again? What happens then in the comments? Let's forget about that and go back to my Skyline Tower. There's cracks already. The lower levels are showing wear, and some cracks have formed near the entrance. We've also had a partial cave-in on the 4th floor. The weight and winds have combined to weaken the foundation, and with every floor we add, we compound the problem, adding shoring devices, a wooden support system to provide additional load-bearing support. This needs 100 timber. We can afford this, but we will have to pause for another 5 minutes.
The installation with the workers. It will take some time, but it'll be worth it.
Do it. I mean, wood doesn't sound very sound to me for a skyscraper, but we'll just see. She says so, so it is like that. Yeah, the next epidemic is leaving the home. Let's rebuild my houses here. And by the way, here my scurvy dog. Get this one back to Manola. Looking at Manola, something important happened. The scooters are in. We're producing them at a steady rate of 2 tons per minute now. The consumption, we can't see that right now because I've forbidden it, but now we can finally allow it. We can only see how far we go up then from 16.6 right now, so 16,600 artisters. This will go up now, of course, to new heights, probably, hopefully, to 20,000 artisters. And there it's starting to climb. Going to climb for quite a while. And then Samba School and Cinema would also be something that I need in order to get the happiness up there. And then we can also check out the lifestyle needs, because there's quite a few that are interesting for us that we have. So first of all, we can allow the local mail to my artistas. This should be totally fine. Yes, local mail is capped all the time. There's no need why we shouldn't do this. I'm not doing it for money, I'm doing it for population at the moment. There's this very important achievement to me, reach 50,000 artistas on one island. And I want to achieve that. Light bulbs and champagne would be my next targets then for this. And the scooters is in now as well. Scooters leads to... that is not very tempting here. Only 1,000 at the moment. But it's still growing, of course, right? Growing in the building takes much longer. So, yeah. I just hope that we get to the 20,000 there with the scooters. Alright, that's working. And then there's the whole regional mail, right? So the local mail we have, by the way, level 67. Getting over 218,000 at the moment. There's the local mail, the overseas mail, and the regional mail. And the regional mail we don't have at the moment, and it's further boosting my population. In Sohom, my 2nd biggest city in the New World right now, I don't have a module for that, the airmail sorting office that I would like to have. This one is now getting the local mail in as soon as we build the post offices. Post offices, however, I will need to provide some aluminium to Sohom. I'm building a couple of more airships here to have a bit more faster deliveries. We have the Manticore. Do I have aluminium anywhere?
The work is done. The construction can
Not
resume
looking
now.
very good. Let's get the Manticore over there to Manola. Oh, really quickly, we need to check out my Skyline Tower. What's going on? It just finished, I think. Yep, it has been reinforced. And that means construction resumes another 5 minutes. If you believe that, I'm not that naive. It's going to take more than 5 minutes for that second last stage that we are in right now. So, 18,005, it's still growing, alright.
Production has
At a very...
stopped.
Oh, and there it is. Superstructure stopped. What's the cause? I hope it's just because there's something missing, right? Some building materials. Alright, my scurvy dog is already coming in. Let's just plaster some aluminium in. Not a lot though. Oh god, they're striking again. How much more money do you want? Let's also take some bricks there with us. Get this over here to Sohom to start building up our postal service regional wise. For that, I'm already also building a few more airships, right? Because we're going to need this. Alright, let's head back. We got work to do. We got to bribe the workers. Shut up. Take my money. 500,000. And you please also shut up. And I'm not giving you money. There we have it. And construction resumes.
Might even get us something nice like one of them fancy toasters or a new toy for Emmy.
Sure thing. Do this, buddy. Alrighty, let's go back.
Oh, great! Steep investment with no return.
Your people are rioting.
Next up, we have another production for Manola. The thing is, we are actually at 20,000 almost now, and I would like to further boost this up. Not by upgrading any more to artistas at the moment, because I think we're just not there at the moment. But with two things. The first one is the mail that we are doing already. The other one is with perfumes. We don't have that yet, and perfumes, now that I think about it, it's not really adding that many artistas per building, but it's still going to add up, of course. Perfumes it is, and it requires two things that we don't have yet, and it also requires something that we already have, the ethanol. We do need how much? That is first and foremost the most important question. A lot. So where the scooters is really cheap, right? We are still not even consuming 1 ton. The perfumes is at 9 tons. So there's quite a high demand for perfumes, it seems. So that's going to be expensive. The perfume mixer is producing 1 per minute. It is boosted. It can be boosted. In Manola, it will be boosted. So we do need 5 of them at the moment to supply. Let's though go with all the way up to 10. In all honesty, I think we will need up to 10 perfume mixers to produce 20 perfumes. Now, for the orchard, we do need to have a fertility, and lucky us, we got this island all the way down here on the western side of the new world. And it was, I think, one of Miss Hunt's islands. Last Lath, it's called right now. It's definitely Miss Hunt's island. First of all, we are going to rename it to Hamza. Hello there. Thank you for your Patreon support. By the way, if you want to support me, have a look at my Patreon link. You can support me there. I would very much appreciate it. And 95% of your contribution goes directly to the channel. And you also can watch some ad-free videos of mine. Now, let's also consider the amount of space that we're going to need. By the way, 14 oil fields. There's lots of oil here. I will definitely exploit that. And we will need workforce. Unfortunately, I don't want to build another city, right, in the new world. So we're going to use, we can use, of course, the airship supply. That would be possible. We could also just go with a commute pier. 15 influence at this point. I don't care at the moment. And as long as I don't care, we can just safely share it with the world, right? I don't even know how many we still have. I think we have around... Can I see this somehow? No, I don't think so. I think we have around 5 or something like that. Still active. Just to keep that in mind for the future. But with that, I don't need to build any city now. And we can just safely go ahead and start with the orchards. So as we know, we do need up to 20 as a maximum that I'm calculating right now. That means up to 10 orchard farms. Isn't actually that much, right? We could do this. We can easily do this. The only thing is, oh, it's a farm. It's not an orchard. I was misplacing now orchard with orchards in my head. This is a farm. Oh my, alright. How many fields do we need for this? 128. If it's a farm, it means we can also boost it. We have oil here. We have the perfect prerequisites for it. There is a tractor barn and a fertilizer silo. About fertilizers, I think we're really capped out on them. Let's quickly have a look at that. That would be, of course, way better than using tractors again, because tractors are just very expensive. Where's my fertilizers?
Ship.
There they are. Unfortunately, they're empty, right? And we're producing most of them in Manolar. And I have no desire.
Don't think you'll be getting any more.
We'll probably have to use the tractor for this one. That means more steam motors and more steel over to that island. Because we are going to need
Sky's the limit.
Hamza also for something else, right? Not only for the orchards. Let's go ahead and have this boosted at least by the tractors. And that means that I can go ahead and have them... They're still going to be really space consuming, right? So if I have them like this, it might be possible. I could also have them like this. I think that would not be so... That would be more efficient. Right now, using it like so. That of course also means they're producing twice as much, right? And they're already producing 2. That means they produce up to 4 per minute then. And with that, we don't really need that many. For a production of 20, we do need only 5. And we do have them. That's it. The only thing I might add here then is, of course, with everything set up, an oil harbor. We can have it right here, to be honest. With the oil harbor, we're also going to need then our fuel production. Right next to it. And then we really just need an oil refinery. We have a lot of that. It's going to be a total overproduction, of course, of oil. But that is fine, because we can export the rest then also to Crown Falls. There you go. And in here as well, right? And with that, we have now our fuel production up and running for the tractors. I just need a few more resources. They're coming per ship already. And then we can start with that. This leaves a lot of room for me to use the other production that we need for the perfumes right on this island. And that is the orchard coconut oil this time though. And we would need up to 10 of them if I want to have the full production. And of course we want. 10 is going to be tricky. Let's try it out. There is also helium pocket and gold here. Not that I would really need it. Go with the 3 here. I do have room though for that clay deposit. Perfect. Easy for me to use then. Coconut. This one should be fine. This one will be fine. Have another warehouse then for these. And 10. Very good. So this is the maximum coconut production that we are ever going to need. At least for the perfumes. If there's anything else coming up with it, then we'll just, of course, use it. Now I'm just waiting for some more resources to come in. And then we can actually finalize our production. Meanwhile, of course, I'm not going to be idle. We can continue here. By the way, was there something happening in Crown Falls? Did I miss it? No, we are continuing. And probably we're finishing that phase as well. That would be amazing for that monument. Scurvy Dog, you delivered the aluminium that we need in Sohom. And I think that's the only thing that... look at that. Another massive plague. Let's build another hospital. These people are pest-ridden. Plague-ridden. It's a plague tale, this colony. Post office, number 1. Yeah, just beside the boxing arena, I think that is something we can... that wouldn't look good, right? I definitely want still to have a bit of style there. There it's a good location because this is already looking a bit wonky. Let's go ahead and delete those 2, move those 2. And with that we do have a good spot for the first one. Taking in most of my obreros. And then I do need a second one. However, it can't be overlapping, right? And there's the plague. So I can, of course, do it like that. I could use some post boxes for that because I can build them now. Post boxes, they're easy. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine with that. Production for the local is going up now to 5. Alright. And with that, we should be able then to... It's not much though, 5. We can upgrade a few more. Close to the post office. There it is. Just a few, right? We don't want to get negative on the honor levels there. But I want to have as many as possible close to the post office. Alright, and that means now we should be seeing... There it is. Local mail now coming in. Into the airmail sorting office. And that means we can now have a regional traffic system there as well. Now in Hamza we do have more building materials that we can use then for the tractor production. And yeah, let's continue actually with the first 5 orchards. There you go. Producing us coconut oil. It's going to take a while as always. The planting process is pretty harsh. That is one thing. And the other one is now my orchard farm. We don't need the tractor for now. Let's just build the 5 of them. Beautiful.
The strike has ended.
Producing us now 10 orchards that we have, right? The boosting will be necessary then once we grow Manola further. And then we do need the remaining ones. But that was almost everything. We didn't need the remaining timber or bricks, right? We're fine with as it is. And that is a new production now that we have. Porcupine could be my traveler for this. The perfume gets over now to Manola. There is... no ethanol in Manola. We do need another trade route, unfortunately, with that as well. So, Hamza goes to... Yeah, to Marshall. And then, this could be too complicated. Let's just see. We have in Hamza, we do want to get the orchards. Lots of it. And we want to get the coconut oil. Once I find it, I'm going to hunt it down and chase it and put it into my cargo. There it is. Also very good for the skin, you know. That is something to consider. Hamza. And then in Marshall, we are going to take the ethanol. Oh, this looks good. Joseph Beaumont, Historic Society founder. Bonus income for residents. And also cigars are fulfilled for anyone that has the members club. Totally. That is my item. And then we go with the ethanol that we deliver over to Manola. And we're going to...
We've decided to get back
to it. It's our work they stopped working. And we're going to use a huge collier, the scurvy dog. Where are you? There you are. We have a second one actually, not in the region though. But the scurvy dog is going to be that because it can take 100 tons per cargo slot. And that means a lot. The only thing I will need to do with this ship is... We do need to unload a few more goods. We can actually do this then in Hamza, right? Now with that, Orchid, ethanol and coconut oil gets over to Manola. Let's stop the consumption of it and have the perfume mix out. It is improved by electricity. We do need up to 10. Serious, we do need that. I don't know if the factory district will be fine. How's the building looking? It's an industrial building. It's not looking pretty as the other ones that we had already. So we do need to have a bit of a spot there. We could have it here, close to the dam. Yeah, we will probably have it over here after all. That's the only space left that I have.
Decided to get back to it. It's our work after all.
These people like to talk a lot.
Just remember, we ain't interchangeable. And if we don't feel valued, we can go back.
We got the 4 here, we got the 4 here, and 2 more.
Right.
I just love the dam. Because we don't even need any infrastructure to provide electricity, right? It's just like that. And we do need to build 5 of them for starters. There you go. Let's upgrade our warehouse there 2 times. And with that, as we can see, also boosted, and that is a production of 10 perfumes now for the people of Manola. And that is the very last good that artistas wanted. So if there's a tier 4, Yeah, well, we could upgrade them now then, but of course, unfortunately, we can't do that. We are at 20,000 artistas. Let's just make it round. 20,000, this will be another boost then, and then we should be halfway to the 50,000 for this colony here. But then the real deal begins, and that is optimization. Fine so far. Let's get back to Crown Falls. In Crown Falls, we can finish the next phase. Phase 3 completed. And you'll just see... Holy moly, that is such a beautiful, beautiful building coming up here.
Once built, they'll be looking up at it and chanting.
And with that, we can also, I think, start with the last phase. Yep, we can do this. We have all the required skyscrapers in the city. We have all the required building materials. And I'm pretty confident that we'll finish this one in the next episode. Please don't quote me on that. Stay tuned.
And we take pride in it. Just remember,